All right, so mandolin fundamentals, right? You've been the guitar player, you've seen the mandolin, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna get one. Here's the issues. Mandolin, I love it. It's one of my favorite instruments in the world. It is also, when it comes to tuning, it can be the bane of your existence, right? You got 2 strings and you want them to be as in tune with each other as possible. That sounds like 1 note. It's actually 2. I'm playing through that and striking both strings at the same time, right? It's not this. It's not that at all, right? It's not this. It's this. Striking both strings. And one of the things that drives me up the wall is when I have a night out on the town and I'm catching some guy who is playing mandolin, obviously not a heartfelt mandolinist, and he's got these 2 strings to where they're slightly out of tune with each other. Oh, it just burns me up. So please take the extra time. What I like to do is get 1 string in tune perfectly with a tuner, right? But because tuners are machines, and sometimes if you're not using a strobe, they can't be super accurate, I just by ear tune the other string with it, right? So now let's talk about tunings. Not the guitar, okay? It's more like a violin or a fiddle. And as we ascend in pitch, it's going to be fifths of each other, right? So G, right? D, right? Now the 5th of D is A, right? The 5th of A is E. The great thing about this tuning is with the mandolin and its size, right? You have so many open strings. Another key thing about the mandolin is positions, right? It's not a thing where like on guitar, you're going to go this, and then maybe you do this, and then maybe you do that, and then maybe you do this. It's not that thing at all. Basically, mandolin's covered in just 3 positions, right? You have that position, kind of this position, and kind of this position. There's always an exception to the rule when fingerings get really wonky. But in general, for playing bluegrass and fiddle tunes, that's a great outline. You're just thinking about 3 positions. Rarely am I ever up in this register when I'm playing traditional bluegrass. Kind of stops there, maybe here. But as you see, the stretch of the hand is plenty enough to cover the neck. So in the next video, we're going to be discussing intricacies of picking. All right. So there's your overview for the tuning, the problems with the mandolin as far as tuning it, and what to look for when you're tuning it, and a good tip on how to get these 2 strings to play together. That when you play, you're pushing all the way through both and they sound nice and in tune. Let's jump to the next video, talk about some picking.